Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. In February 2024 I posted this video in which I talked about how I wanted to wear all of my clothes in 2024, and that might seem like a weird goal because shouldn't you always wear all your clothes? But I had realized that I wasn't really wearing everything and that there were pieces that I was definitely gravitating more towards than others, which I don't think is weird, but I wanted to set out to wear everything. And the exemptions I made were like underwear and socks and loungewear and workout clothes. Those were the exceptions I made. And I made 2 videos recently where I showed what I hadn't been wearing towards the end of the year, and also a video of me styling those items for a week. And it turns out that I have in fact worn everything minus one knit sweater that I'll show you a picture of right now that is not actually in my rotation. This is a sweater that my maternal grandfather made for himself many years ago. He has been gone since 2012 and he did not make this late in his life, so it's an old piece, and I got it from my mom a couple of years ago at this point, and it doesn't fit me. So I have it and it's been living in the drawer with my other sweaters, but I don't wear it because it doesn't fit me. And that's a story for a different time, perhaps. I will figure out what to do with that. But that I did not wear. Apart from that, all of my clothes, like visible clothes, I have in fact worn in 2024. But yesterday, in preparation for filming this, I rewatched said video from February last year, in which I apparently said that also outerwear would count. I had forgotten about that, and we are now well into January. I'm filming this on the 6th, so there's no time for me to fix that. There's no time for me to wear those things in 2024. And I believe I own 4 jackets, 4 coats, 4 outerwear pieces. I believe it is 4. 2 of which I have worn in 2024 and 2 of them I haven't. And I'm okay with that. I wish that I'd remembered that I was going to wear them, and there is obviously a reason why I haven't. One of them I did talk about in that video from a year ago, which is a real fur coat, a real leather coat that I got from my mother-in-law. That is not really me, but it is extremely warm. And when we have the kind of temperatures that we had at the very beginning of 2024 and a little bit towards the end, but more so this side of New Year's, it's a coat that would make sense to wear. The coat I have, the winter coat I have and wear regularly, is wool. So that is also warm. I'm not walking around with like a polyester coat and freezing. I am still warm in the cold temperatures, but I haven't worn that because it's not really me. I am okay with real leather and real fur continually being in use, sort of. Like if it's already been made into a thing, may as well keep using it, but I would never buy it new. And I am on the fence about that coat because it's not really me, but it is warm. It should be staying in rotation, but I don't know if I will wear it, so on. And then I also have a long oversized trench coat I got a couple years ago, and it's this grey beige, grayish I suppose, color that I like. It would go with my clothes, but it's kind of boring. And I've been thinking maybe I want to embroider something on it, but do I embroider? I don't know. Should that be a project for this year? Should that be one of my trying new things? See last week's video? I don't know. But that also didn't get worn. And I don't know if it's the fit, the color, the fact that I don't really need it. I don't know what's going on with that, but I forgot that coats and jackets were supposed to be included in the wear everything, and that's okay. I do still feel like I succeeded because, with the little caveat that I forgot about outerwear, I don't have a lot of outerwear and all of my clothes got worn. I do briefly want to touch on my system because I showed that off in that video as well from a year ago about how I use a divider in my drawers and I turn my hangers backwards and so on. And my system was actually really flawless, apart from the outerwear, let's ignore that, but my system was actually really good. It made it very visual to me and very clear to me what had been used and not used. But I also had unworn pieces in November, which is 11 months after the experiment started, and I guess those pieces aren't loves for me, apart from I had a couple new to me pieces that I'd gotten in October, November that had yet to be worn. Those I loved, and those I feel you can't really make judgment on that I hadn't worn yet at that point because they were so new. But pieces that had been in my wardrobe the entire year and still hadn't been worn in November, perhaps saying something about those pieces and how I feel about them or feel in them. Now, we are in 2025 now. Like I said, I'm filming this January 6th, and I wanted to reflect on last year and how I did and how I felt about it, and my takeaways, which was that it was a good experiment and I liked doing it, and also that, again, the pieces that hadn't been worn near the end of the year perhaps don't really have a point to be in my wardrobe or don't serve a purpose in my wardrobe. But I also want to touch on this year, 2025. Now, I like the experiment so much that I do want to do it again this year, and I've been going a bit back and forth, which is why this is not the first video out of the year. I've been going a bit back and forth on, am I still okay, quote unquote okay, with only wearing something once and that still passing the experiment, you know? And I've settled on yes. As long as I've worn everything in my wardrobe at least once this year, I have completed this experiment. However, socks, underwear, loungewear, workout clothes don't count. Jackets, I don't know. I don't know if jackets will count. I'll put that on the screen for you. Whatever I decide, I will have on the screen for you right now. But I am going to do it again and see how it goes. Now, I'm also in the process of doing a wardrobe declutter, or wardrobe clear out, whatever you want to call it. I am going through my wardrobe and getting rid of some stuff. That will be an upcoming video. I keep hinting about it, but it's taking me a while to film because I don't want to rush it and I want to do it like thoughtfully and mindfully. But I have things that will be leaving, and it also seems likely that things will be entering my wardrobe because I'm not setting any sort of ban on myself. I'm not doing a low buy or a no buy. I'm allowed to bring things in, but I do more and more want to steer towards the direction of finding my style and sticking with that. And the more I do that, hopefully, the less bad / wrong / not for me purchases I will make. I did make a few finding my style videos last year, and I think that experiment is an ongoing thing until I feel fully satisfied. I do feel like I have a good grasp of my style, and I do feel like a lot of the things I do prefer to wear are in said style, so I'm on the right path. But I still want to be mindful moving forward. I don't want to be like, oh, I like this piece, and then just automatically get it if it doesn't feel like it will go with the style, if that makes sense. I want to be more mindful. I want to be clearer on what my style is. My style also is quite eclectic, so there are definitely pieces in my wardrobe that don't go with all of my other pieces, and I'm okay with that. This blazer is a great example of a piece that is a lot and doesn't go with everything else, but I do still really like it. I feel like it suits me and fits my style and all those good things. And yeah, that's a separate note. I'll keep making videos on my style and hopefully get to a point, maybe not this year, but my goal is to get to a point where all of my items in my wardrobe are items I love. Whether or not I reach that this year remains to be seen, but that is the aim I want to have overall with my wardrobe. But yes, I am doing the experiment again this year. I will keep tracking it. I'll keep doing the same dividers and the same hanger trick, and hopefully not have a lot of styling pieces I haven't worn videos towards the end of the year, because that would be bad and it would mean I've been doing something wrong. I would love to hear down below if you have any sort of aims with your wardrobe like this, to wear everything, to not buy anything, to implement more skirts, jeans, insert item here kind of thing. And I'll be back with another video soon, so I hope to see you then. Bye!